Welcome to the course on Python. Throughout this course, you will embark on a journey through Python's fundamental concepts. Starting from scratch, you will progress to more and more complex ideas. This curriculum is meticulously structured to ensure a smooth learning curve. I will be doing this curriculum in VS Code. If you want to get started immediately, you can use an online compiler for Python, such as this one, programiz.com. I've left resources in the description below so you can configure your VS Code to follow along. I'm excited to teach you. I hope you're ready to learn some Python. Assuming Python is correctly installed on your machine, this is a quick tutorial on how to run your Python code. I'll start with a print statement that says, "Hello world," something very simple. What I need to do is open up my terminal, click here to go new terminal, and I need to say Python3 and the name of the file that I want to run. And if I press enter, we should see hello world. That's one way to run our Python code. Another quick way to do it on Mac is Shift Command P, and I can search for the command Python run Python file in terminal. And that's another way to run our Python code. Welcome to our lesson on variables. Understanding variables is important. Variables are the building blocks of programming in Python. They are used to store information that can be referenced and manipulated in a program. Let's dive right in. I'm going to go to the left here and right-click to generate a new file. I'm going to label this file variables.py. In Python, a variable is created the moment you first assign a value to it. For example, let's create a variable named age and assign it a value of 30. Now, age holds the integer 30. Python is dynamically typed, meaning you don't have to explicitly declare a variable's type. It automatically knows that age is an integer. Let's assign a new value, say a string, to the same variable. Now, age holds the string value 30. This demonstrates how flexible Python variables are. You could store anything from numbers and strings to complex objects. Remember, variable names in Python can be of any length and can consist of letters, digits, and underscores, but they cannot start with a digit. Our next lesson is functions in Python. Functions are reusable pieces of code designed to perform a specific task. By using functions, you can organize your code better and avoid repetition. Let's see how to define and call a function in Python. I'll create a new file and label it function. To define a function in Python, we use the def keyword, followed by the name of the function we would like. Any input parameters the function requires are placed within these parentheses. Here's a simple example. The function greet takes one parameter, name, and prints a greeting message. To call this function and execute its code, you simply use the function name followed by a parentheses enclosing the argument. Finally, we can put in any argument we would like to pass. I'll put the name Alice. Now, when we run this code in Python, if I press Shift Command and P in VS Code and search for Python run Python file in terminal, you can see that the terminal returns hello Alice. Welcome to our lesson on scope in Python. Understanding scope is crucial as it dictates the visibility of variables and functions in different parts of your code. In Python, variables have either a local or a global scope. Local variables are declared inside of a function and are only accessible within that function. Global variables are declared outside any function and are accessible anywhere in the code. Let's build our scope file. I've declared a scope file here. Let's look at a bit of code to help us understand scope. Here at the top, I've declared a variable. Next, I've defined a function. If we run this code, you'll see that the value of x inside the function does not affect the global x. The output should be, inside of this function, x is 5, as we've redeclared it here in a local scope. The outside variable is untouched. Let me redefine these variables. Let's run this code one more time. You can see inside the function, the local scope is 5. Outside of the function, the global scope is 10. Worth noting, I cannot call the local scope variable outside of this function. If I do this, we'll break the code. Remember, if you want to modify a global variable inside of a function, you must use the global keyword. I've constructed a testing file. In this lesson, we'll dive into testing in Python. Testing is a critical phase of software development that helps ensure your code works as expected. Python offers several frameworks for testing, but we'll focus on the built-in module called unit tests. To create a test, you import unit test and define a class that inherits from unit test.testCase. Within this class, you write methods that represent individual tests. Here is a simple example. Running this script will automatically execute the test add method, checking if our add function correctly returns the sum of 3 and 4, which is 7. It's a fundamental way to automate and validate your code's functionality. Employers heavily prefer engineers who write tests. Now imagine taking your skills to the next level, diving into advanced topics like classes, encapsulation, abstraction, and beyond. That's exactly what my full course offers for you. I've poured my heart and expertise in creating a comprehensive step-by-step program designed to take you from beginner to proficient in Python programming. You'll find a link to continue this course in the description below.